Not playtime, but a little playtime. Okay. You little turd. Release, you know. Even though you're trying to sample, like trying to scratch, but you know. You know. That's a good boy. Got one here we're gonna save for later, okay? A little shit stick. Yeah. What's up, Papa? Huh? Why is this so loud? Where's that, man? I know it's somewhere around here. Okay. Here we go. Stupid. That is really stupid. Yep. Yo, what's going on, beloved? Yeah, my phone, I gotta pay the bill, and it's because they trying to say that I owe for a period where I didn't pay, which I look back at my records and I'm like, y'all can suck an ass. Bullshit. And besides that, you know, they got a lot of foreigners, UN fucktards, Hindu fucks. And I'm not saying it against the good people and citizens of Hindustan. I'm saying it against the monkeys they bring to this land. They're not going to bring nobody else but dumb fucks. Just like some of the people they're bringing from Spain over here, and they're playing Mexican, but yet they're like commandos. They're like militarily trained. The same people they brought here in the 1912 to 1938, who are actually Mongolian, brought here, set up, taught English, and then established on native reservations where they married into the ones who were literally brought here in the 1800s for certain shows and circle events, all the way up until the 1920s. And a number of other individuals that I am still researching and I've heard about. I don't want to throw it out there as if it's conclusive, but it's not. So I'm like, no, I mean, it's got a week. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to play this game with these young, goofy, dumb motherfuckers. It's like YouTube, the live I did yesterday. Let me read this. I was hoping some more people would come in. What's going on, beloved? It's good to see you, though. So yesterday's, right? Bliss Up, Beloved Tribe. You know where I was getting it in, and I was looking for a certain song, and I had to run through a certain samples. Now, in the guidelines, it's, you know, you can't play music in the background in totality that is copyright, because this is a copyright strike. And one thing I don't do, I'm not going to do that, you know. So what I did was I was live searching for songs, and you got to remember the song. Now the song they're claiming, professing, is over 4 minutes and 30 something, 50 something seconds. And that's by KRS-One. Rapture's Delight, you know, the one where it step into whatever. Remember, I was searching for songs, and I was looking for this one by The Doors, and that was like a hatful of seconds just so people can get the sound. That's not illegal. I mean, we got Mad, we got Crazy Quady, we got hundreds of videos where guys are driving, they're bushcrafting or whatever, and they play excerpts of songs that doesn't get demonetized. I'm talking about longer than fucking 10 seconds. Here, they trying to tell me I played it for 16 seconds. I went back and looked, I played it for like 5 seconds, not even barely 5 seconds. I was like, that's not the song. You know what I'm saying? And y'all, it was live. This is why, even now they're monitoring, watching with their little goofy punk asses, right? So I went ahead and hit the guy up this morning, right? It's always a third party, they say. And I'm sitting there saying, and so I put the URL in and everything. I was like, what's going on? Like, don't witch hunt me. I said, but you know what? If that's what the fuck they want to do, go right ahead. Because see, when the real witch hunt, see, witches are not practical. I'm not no fucking monkey ass witch. Much more. But the thing is, we live in a world of stupidity and dumbitude. You dig what I'm saying? So I even hit y'all up, and they're fucking with the SMS. That's how stupid it is. So I said, you know, I told Verizon, I said, you know what? If I was ever to get another phone, Verizon it would not be with you. I would get a burner. I mean, I have a few. All I gotta do is put a SIM card in it. You know, that's it. I've got burner phones, obviously. Unfucking traceable. Seriously. Uncharted numbers and everything. But this shows you how stupid they are. They're not very pragmatic. They're not intelligent, and they're not smart. And I'm sitting here going, wow, you're just sitting here because you got some goofy little Zionists bothered by what I say? Like, do I give a damn about their emotional unstableness? That's what it is. But yeah, so I could turn it back. I could pay like $50 and have it turned back on. I'm not going to do that. $60, I'm not going to do it. They can kiss my ass. Nobody's really trying to call anyway. And if they was calling, they can call me through Instagram and Facebook. Other than that, if you ain't on there, oh well. These people have lost their minds, man. And the thing about it, I kind of just laugh at it all. And some people say, you really find that funny? I do. I do, because Most of the time, most things that are funny, people compromise themselves with and get all emotional, especially men, and they react. You know, I watched the shooting in the Bronx. Let me turn this down. We might as well start right now anyway. I watched this shooting in the Bronx, you know, matter of fact, a few blocks from where I lived at. And I watched how stupid it was. A barber. And then I remember when I was there, you know, I remember the little kids that shot a gun at me and Charisma, and the bullets missed us, bounced right between us. And me, Tony, my cousin Danny Ferrero, we chased these kids down and gave them the molly whooping of their lives. And they were drunk and high and talking about they didn't know it was me. So I says, "You're willing to shoot where the laundromat is?" And the prince, it says, I said to him, after I knocked the big one out, and he was like 6'2", 16, 17. I didn't care. He was 6'2". I knocked his ass out when I got up on him. I said, "Look, this is a lesson you're going to have to learn today." Bow! And laid his ass right in front of his mama looking out the window, right? His TT and them coming down the stairs. And then when they came down, they saw who it was, me, Mikey, one of the biggest drug dealers, my Jamaican brother, I can't say his name because he's actually he's an officer in the Army. It is what it is. And my cousin Danny Farrell, who was staying with me at the time, with his lady, right? We jacked these boys up, and I said, "So you willing to shoot at a complete stranger because you're high and you're drunk? You feel that invincible?" I says, "You don't feel invincible. It's the atmosphere." And this is what I said to him when I snapped him out of that, you know, knocking his ass, threw some water in his face. Because we didn't run nowhere. Bike man, the police came, they were like, "What happened?" And so I said it. But these guys know me. They know me over there. They were like, remember I told you I had that one little thing with the half Indian, Puerto Rican, Puerto Rican dude who knew me because of my Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Krav Maga and this little Peckerwood. I don't know, he probably from over the water, not really knowing nothing, was all antsy and jumping around trying to, want to frisk and talk smack. And I looked at my boy and says, because I was getting ready to knock the dude out. I don't give a fuck about your costume, your badge, and all that. When you're going out of the way and you don't know that there's somebody actually who's been training guys to join the police force, and I was going to knock this guy out, and I was going to molly whoop his ass and drag him and kick him up on their car in the worst way to make him reset, to quit the force. I was going to break him down. My boy knew it. He took my knife, put it back in my pocket, took dude to the side and says, "Chill the fuck out." And that day before I saw him, I was over in the Bronx on Grand Concourse at the Santa Maria, at the place, Dev said, Cinco de Mayo and all that, talking with the ladies in there, telling them they should stop what they're doing because they don't know what they're playing with. And he was real wanting to know what I was saying. So I pulled him to the side with a couple of his buddies and I broke it down. And he was like, they've been going in that store buying stuff to go against their people. And I says, "You don't know what you're dealing with." They haven't been. That's why it's mixed up in Mexico. That's why it's mixed up in Ecuador. They kind of, a lot of them have stopped. A lot of people down in Louisiana, that store is closed down, but people don't know what they're messing with. So I just came to inform them. So that little Peckerwood looked like he was probably half French or some shit, jumping around all etsy. I'm walking out the door of my place and they're doing a stop and frisk. I'm saying, "You for real, bro?" I remember saying to him. He looked at me. He didn't recognize because I had shaved my beard off. I said, "Cuz, this is Red Wolf." And he looked. And at that time, the dude had went on my back pocket. And I remember hitting him with my elbow in his forearm. And he, I heard him intentionally. Heard us because he reached around and, with the sharp point of my elbow, right? Hit him right in that, right in his forearm. And he pulled back. He couldn't have drew his gun if he wanted to because his fingers, I know, weren't. And I was going to jab him in the throat. You know what I'm saying? I was going to knock him in the throat so he had to go here. And then I was going to flip him upside down and do what I got to do. My boy knew me. Even in him drawing, I'd have made sure he wouldn't have had no target and I would have dealt with him afterwards, if that's the case. Because I was going to move like that. I'm back and all that shit don't mean nothing when you train to turn up and the heart's beat moment. You know what I'm saying? And he knew because he's seen me go against 6 people. Not choreographed. It said, "Come at me," on the rooftop. And so He put the knife back in my pocket. He took it out of his hand and put it in my pocket. He went to the boy and said, stop. Because he knew what they were doing was wrong, because I talk about that. Bloomberg with stop and frisk was always illegal. And I used to be going to the UN fighting for indigenous people. Reading treaties and everything else. And the fact, when I always told them, Section 8, Article 1, I says, what the fuck are you doing? That's what I said to do, going in my back pocket. You gay? Hit his elbow, and I was getting, and my boy had his hand on my shoulder, and so I respected that. He remembered me. These motherfuckers are very reckless. And so they hear these things, and they think, oh, we're going to get one up. And then you got these highly super trained motherfuckers who will put down, I don't care what service you in, who are underground, who move on a different whole, and they eat good food and water, and y'all don't have a clue about. But regardless of that, hold on, let me see. Okay, still copyright. I'm reading it, and it says, hold on. Step into a world, raptures delight, KRS-One. It says content found during between 2 and 18 seconds. It was only played for about 5 to 6 seconds because I was searching, for those who remember. But I played, what, about 3 or 4, looking for that one Jim Morrison, The Doors, right on the tablet, right here, while this little goofy little fake-ass Jew or Hindu fuck with the fake-ass UN that don't mean shit on this soil that we've been, by this fake government, been paying for by printing out worthless-ass money, you know. When people start to realize these things, their rationale go out. So these little punks that are killing and shooting one another, like the little nigga I broke and had to in front of his TT, even she knocked him on the head because she came down with the damn dustpan, you know, with the broom dustpan. You know, the metal ones in New York you get in the dollar store, well, they get the plastic, but you get the little tin one. She hit him on top of the head. I was like, be careful, mom, you might cut him. He will apologize. I didn't see him for like 2 months. He had moved to Manhattan. He came back, and he was a little older, had beard, and he actually had to do a week. He had to do 2 weeks and then do some service that he was still doing. And he came back and says, look, man, I don't smoke weed no more, blah. And I saw one of his boys, he was running around with these jack boys that broke this pale skin crackhead's ankle, that I stopped them. I had to run down the street. They were up in the corner, like this little rail where I lived at, jumping on this dude. So I went up there. I was like, yo, what's going on? Yo, man, yeah. And I was like, yo, stop. Dude's ankle's broken. It's twisted this way, and he's trying to stand up. He says, yo, man, I came with $15, you know, getting my, I was like, yo, where you from? He's like, yo, I'm over like Yonkers. I'm like, and these niggas is from Brooklyn. And one of them's one of the Jamaican kids. I know his pops. I said, if you don't have to remember time, I said, if you don't get the fuck out of here. And he was like, his eyes got like that because it was me and my cousin Danny was coming in. He was an ex-Marine carrying his piece because he works for the school system security on, right? And it wasn't because of the gun, because they didn't know he had it. Hell, I had mine. But anyway, I didn't bring it. I just don't bring it on the street like that. I just said, you know, and one of the dudes from Brooklyn, skinny looking, looked like pass they Dutch upon their left-hand side, one of them cats. This is not advocating violence. This is the protection. See, the liberals want that chaos. They're the ones who are speaking violence, talking about punching Trump in the face. They'd kill him. All that stuff and nothing done, but they want you to believe in some fake January 6th and all this other stuff so they can keep doing more surveillance, to which they shouldn't be doing in the first motherfucking place, because the cops are doing sorry jobs and they're not out there actually policing. They're part of the fucking problem. Now, anyway, I remember I had to snatch that little skinny motherfucker ass and throw him down a story and a half onto the sidewalk. He didn't break his shit, but I was hoping he'd break his ankle too. So he took off and ran away. Got homeboy up. I did a quick splint, called 911, get the ambulance there. It says, man, stay away from around here, man. First of all, we don't want this shit around here. I got rid of seeing that corner over there. It was a Puerto Rican family there. They was notorious and that running around here like there was bad shit. And every time I came home from Guardian Angels, I went ahead and got about 5 of my Guardian Angel brothers, and they didn't have to come up because I went up in there and knocked on his door like I was going to patronage. And I stood in his door and says, look, I know you got guns and all that. That's good. You know who I run with. You know who we are. And they all in the street just waiting for the go-ahead. You saw little Phoenix, right? He just came home from prison. He want to kill you. You living in his old apartment, right? He been down for over 10 years. You know, I'm gonna advise y'all to get your family and get the fuck up out of here. And I'm not going to come back tomorrow and say it again because it's going to be different. Now, mind you, there's 11 guardian angels, 4 hats and everything. Curtis Lee would know about it. He was like, okay, Red, no guns. I was like, no, of course not. The niggas, there's people there who really wanted to kill him. So, sadly. And I said, we're not going to do that. You know, we're going to get him out of here. And his whole family, he had his whole family in there. And that was that was with the babies and everything else to downplay the fact that he's a drug dealer because they looking like they're living, not high on the thing, but living nice in a big apartment. He was going the next day. So I made it my business to say, you know what, we're gonna hold it down. And so I used to go over there with my gym. I just got to talking from one of the sisters who's got a baby, and she's supposed to be having a visitor coming, who's one of the young bloods, Jamaican brothers who I love. You know what I'm saying? Pops always played music. We was always in the backyard working on trucks and cars, tie rods, all that stuff. Anyway, he played for the church. So, all the other ones, Master Moo's brother, lived right across the street with Master Moo while he used to have the parties in the Bronx with the Mary Jane, Black Divas, Mary Jane models, while do security and stuff. Buying all the liquor and all that. So I look at these cats, right, that do this stuff, and kill one another because they're emotionally unstable and there's no meaning whatsoever. Then we come along to these sisters. I'm going to say this, and you sisters need to hold each other accountable because ghetto sisters aren't tough at all. Hood sisters aren't tough. I don't give a fuck what's going on in the hood. That must be because a lot of the niggas is weak. In Texas. Yes, I'm a veteran. Yeah, I'm going to have people reach out. And I was wondering how come nobody called me. So it's late last night. I'm looking at this dumbass shit, the New York Post or whatever video on YouTube. These goofy young niggas fighting these Marines. Now, racism made a big thing, but it still exists, motherfuckers. And you goofy niggas following people talking about I'm a nigga and I'm black and all this. You motherfuckers are weak. I don't care how much Charleston White pushed nigga nation, yet his acronym don't mean what motherfuckers think it, it means something different. Until you motherfuckers wake up and know you are African, European, whatever the fuck, or autochthonous to these lands of South America, until you niggas realize the game the Zionists have fucking done on you, until you to have a dumbass motherfucking black bitch. And I hate to say that because that's what a lot of these motherfuckers are. Yoga pants wearing. I hate to say that because I don't see my young sisters that way, but this is how they carry themselves. Yoga pants, booty twerking, synthetic weave in their head, fake contact lens on the eye, BBL like you don't already have enough ass, eating people's fake ass supplements to make your booty bigger for what? So you can lick coochie, dumb asses. Snatch a phone out of somebody's hand, like that's all the fuck right, because it's Texas, bitch. Texas is not the deadliest state, not even on a fucking list. So stop the bullshit because you got a bunch of emotionally unstable, homosexual, ex-prison motherfuckers running around and causing mayhem because of their fucking confusion, like everywhere else, whether it be in California, Detroit, Missouri, whatever the fuck. Now, Missouri is one of the deadliest. It is on the chart, I think, number 2 or 3. All right, Delaware. There ain't a whole bunch of faggots running around over there, though. Them niggas will kill you and just kill you dead. Chicago, you're not even on the list. Get them niggas that's humping each other and sawing in the prisons with all this goofy ass rap music they making and get they motherfucking heads up out of hot. Stop allowing them to walk around stupid because you think based on the media's lies. That's perpetuous to keeping a systemic ideology of falsitudes because them niggas got their ass whooped by the Marines. And I wish I could have been there to probably curb stomp one of them goofy niggas myself. Not advocating or pushing violence. I'm saying enough is a fucking enough. Ever since I saw that shit in Louisiana, how them goofy niggas were standing around that housing complex and jumping and shooting like pussies. Bullets don't have a motherfucking, there's no magic bullet, nigga. All that jumping, you probably, every time one of y'all get hit, talking about, y'all got hit 5 and 6 times. Now, you was just lucky 5 and 6 times, dumb motherfucker. That's what I say to every one of them cats when I was in Brooklyn, when I used to live in Brooklyn. Yeah, I got hit, like 50 Cent, I got hit 9 times. And man, you was lucky 9 times, bitch ass nigga, to utilize that to say, look at me. And all these niggas getting shot. I survived a shotgun wound to my stomach. But you missing motherfucking 3/4 of your stomach, your spleen, and everything else, you retarded motherfucker. See, this is the comeback. Them little young niggas deserve to get their ass whooped. And I wish they would have got tripled ass whooped. And anybody else standing around that belonged with them and in the system, I wish they would have got their ass whooped. Let me tell you something. Marines aren't the greatest motherfucking fighters, but coming out of boot, going out the party, all right, wearing they dress blues, you run up on one of them if you want. I wouldn't give a fuck if you were ex-Marine. Because the ex-Marines wasn't doing shit. They was watching, oh shit, they done fucked up. Because see, when you train together as a unit, you move together. But see, you little spineless niggas, you're moving in groups. You're acting a certain way. And even there, you detest your own fucking people because you rob each other like you're retarded. Everything you do shows that you have, regardless of the dollar effect, show that you ain't worth shit. And this is what these fake little lizard head Zionist motherfuckers like to see. All right? That's one. I've been seeing some other videos of some people getting jacked up and boot kicked and we call it curb stomp and undercar motherfucking with 6 flags. When you kick a motherfucker up under a truck. That's what we call it back in the day. Yeah, 6 flag that motherfucker. That means you going up on a truck. That means all them gears and the drive shaft, you going for the ride of your life. 6 flag. And that was only the people that was creating problems. And Snoop can tell you, I mean, we moved with 120 gats, man. And I mean, like every one of us, not 120 with this 10 or 2% that was just, no, tag-alongs. Every one of us was ground and pounders. Cut your face with the elbow. You know what I'm saying? Come up on me, right on your top of your head. I mean, this is the way we train. I mean, come on, guys. You think that's not no alopecia, motherfuckers? That's me training on the heavy bag. That's what those scars come from. Boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's where all that come from. And people think it's a game or it's a joke until they run up on it. And then when they run up on it, right? You ever have a car run up on you and you lean in, and it's not that you fall through, but you just lean in, bang! I mean, hit them with your forearm, your elbow. That's why I love when people be sitting around me, right? And because they look at his hands where it's at. And I had a motherfucker sitting right beside me on the bus talking mad crazy shit. All right? Going to Manhattan. And everybody, when we got off at the bus, he was still laying there leaking, knocked out against the window. Because I shut him up real quick. Like the guy over here from Detroit, when I was out there crip walking, right? I was doing my, just showing them how it's done. Because I don't do that no more, Still the sea walk on, right? Showing them how to, you know what I'm saying? Spelling out my motherfucking name, where I'm from and shit. This Peckerwood had the nerve to come over there because there's all these Mongols and Mexicans, and not knowing that half the Mexicans are my homies, right? Like deep workout buddies, when I was still at the gym. And the DJ, the people behind the bar, like the security. And one of the security goes, oh no. And you could hear where he was standing at with the music. And this motherfucker come wearing blue and white like he really about that. And here I am looking like this little Dolomite Asiatic motherfucker, right? Shoulder width. I ain't no small motherfucker. And he come up because he's tall, a little taller. And I'm 5'10". He was probably 6'1". Comes up behind me. Yo. Motherfucker, we was over there. You wasn't speaking, but you was staring me down, nigga. So that's all bad intentions. He walks up behind me kind of quick like he's trying to. I hit that nigga with the elbow and dropped him. His boys run over and then I square off at them like not no Mike Tyson. I was doing that just start. Nah. I said, who? I remember my boy ran and grabbed my knife, my little Mexican homie, like the one that, anyway, I can't say nothing more about him. And he goes to stick homeboy. Yo, see, And then my other couple homies, right? My little other homies, right? They run around and snatch another blonde-headed motherfucker up. Now, these niggas supposed to be working over there. They the first ones working at the electric coal fire plant that shut down. I'm not glorifying. I'm just saying what people don't know. They got this nigga in a hamlock. Now, he's ex-Marine. And I'm getting ready to hit this guy in the jaw. And then they realize, oh, first of all, you pale skins, you look at me. And you look, if you think that I look black, I look more natives except me because they think I have a native bloodline. And most people know that I got some Spanish somewhere. All right. And that's not the phenotype, but that's what I look. I don't look like your average melanated, but unless I'm looking a certain way, or if I put on a certain thing, then some people sit there and go, oh, but no, I'm autochthonous. I'm original motherfucker of the land. Original. There's a difference. These motherfucking Pelicans, every time they see one of y'all, they think you black because of their ignorance. Like you're supposed to look pure Asian or some shit. When this is Asian superior, regardless of what motherfuckers think. People, and then people misinterpret. These are emotionally unstable beings. And they need everybody else emotionally unstable. You don't win there's no tickets for longevity and to the next life. You take the pain and sufferance that you have right now with you. Listen to me. It doesn't matter if it's cleansed up. If people want to believe they walk into another realm, blah, blah. That's no. I can't say a whole lot because see, these motherfuckers really want to find out. They want to fight the creator of all creation. These motherfuckers with their little weapons and shit. What they don't know, there are people out there with weapons 1,000,000 times better and stronger than the ones here, and they'll never be able to conquer them. And they just watch it. They have emissaries that come all the time. They watching these stupid motherfuckers. Who have become sacrilege upon the very soils they have, with anticipation, invaded. And it's when I say the end, it means the fucking end. And it's not about some fake councils and all that other bullshit and all this other dumb shit. Somebody asked me, says, what do you mean? And it's obviously somebody in the so-called fake ass medical field. What do you mean? No name, no account, no subscribers. What do you mean? The shots, your blood. I says, well, it's well known. It's already known. Hell, there's videos with motherfuckers who worked in the medical industry. That's what the fuck it is. And doctors who have since been whistleblowers have stated that your blood, yeah, they check right then and there, right downstairs. It don't take them that long to find out what your sugar and that. Then they send it off. It's frozen to the very motherfuckers that own the banks, the food. I says, you think it's going over there for nefarious reasons, as they have stated. Well over 100 motherfucking scientists have stated this. And everybody ignores it because they want to hear about these, like Obama, CIA created, and ODA, a certain group, underground motherfuckers. Not too smart. Hamas, created by Netanyahu. ISIS, Israeli, come on, man. This government going everywhere, the 74 to 80s hearings, controlling the media and everything else. Zionists in positions that they're not meant to be, but nobody's fucking listening. They want to control this platform. You've seen them testing to be able to shut things down when things happen, not so you can't share what's going on. Like Hawaii did, was able to show all these police incorporate this police. Anybody who's willing to sit there with no moral subjugation and allow things to happen to think that they're safe are complete fucking fools. Tell that to the 119 melanated servicemen executed by this fake ass government and these dumb racist motherfuckers who knew the old world in World War motherfucking II. And murdered for no reason at all. Executed for no reason at the fuck all. And y'all have a hard time coming together, still wanting to be amongst them, the foreigners who smile in your face and will cut your throat at night. Do I need to bring up Rwanda Houthi? Do I need to bring up the Congo wars, the stuff going on right now with the neighbors who just turn on each other, who actually have bloodlines? Y'all stupid. I don't have to bring up several different women who have been murdered by their men, murder-suicide in Jersey, Delaware, and PA over the last. I don't have to do that. The unstableness is like a rickety old rocking chair. It's good to the old heads who know it's still going to stand, but to the youngins, they find it unworthy. It's going to break. They want something new. And every time they go to get something new, it's made with poor quality. You know, you think about China being this great empire of industrial. No, they're selling cheap bullshit, deadly bullshit. I remember when they first came out with the children toys, because the motherfucking Bush and all them wanted to, you know, not pay no, you know, they didn't want to pay people more money, and they wanted to destroy the unions. So they outsourced the jobs to further break the people here, and our people who were holding those jobs, and old Bellskins who still wanted to have a job. They outsourced the jobs, and we started getting poisonous, toxic ass, lead-filled, carcinogenic, and they were killing babies here from China. And yet the same fractured, fake-ass government kept pursuing it, so now everybody's buying. Now TMO's got some decent shit, just for lag around. You got to wash all the clothes. But most of it's designed to fit a little skinny-ass motherfucking Chinese, a mongrel. No hate to my brother, because he's not. Hey, look, man, we the ones that made Kung Fu a thing over the fuck here, but from by way of Hong Kong. Then the Shaolin monks came, and they know and they respect and love us because we show who we are. But it's these worthless ass governments. Check this out. Israel in the 80s and 90s was going to Japan, China, Hawaii, not even the indigenous original Hawaiians. They were going around the world telling these pale-skinned Japanese, these people who they work with them, saying, you are Ashkenaz, you are Jewish, come back to the motherland, and brought them motherfuckers back to Palestine, to which is not the motherland, is not the place where Israel is, because Israel's a people, and Israel is, the Ishmaelites are us, regardless of how a motherfucker feel. Just remove the religious dichotomy. That was created to keep certain dumb niggas away. This is a fact. To which means that a true, well, you want to talk about Mesopotamia and all that shit? We're not even getting into that. It's unnecessary to go there. The shit going way back further than that. All right? You're the true Atlanteans, the true motherfuckers. I'm not saying nobody else is, but the Ashkenazis are not who you think they are. All right? They have ran around the world lying and further indebting all the world's society, funding all wars, creating the destabilization, even sacrificing their fake ass selves. All right? To further approach on, and then using those who are ignorant and who are not part of the party of their people who they would sacrifice 90% of them. What was that movie when the motherfucker said, oh, I will sacrifice half of my own. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm talking about. That's what I wouldn't sacrifice not one of my motherfucking people. But you have a choice. See, this is the difference. And so we got these little ninjas running around here that have no clue. Still listening to dumb motherfuckers. Push, and y'all see this dumb nigga on TikTok? Wabe or Abe or whatever the fuck, talking about who are the African Americans. That goofy, I'd like to meet him in person. You can go and train for 6, 8 months, 2 years, whatever the fuck. It don't matter. Go train. I'd like to meet you. You want to meet in the ring? I don't give a fuck. I could be 60 years old. We can meet. 70. Show some people what they're really capable of. When I decide to leave, man, ain't nobody gonna say nothing. If you didn't take the chance or whatever, and if I decide to leave, it's on you. You fuck the pooch. I don't care no more. I don't care about what they've done. They've taken everything and weaponized it against the very people. What's the whole purpose of me reading this motherfucker here? It's not like we got to go to the other ones that say the same shit. What is the purpose if you ain't paying the fuck attention? Pale skins, natives, and the like. All you dumb puppets to a group of individuals that care nothing about you motherfuckers. And we've always been caring about you, but because of these goofy motherfuckers, I told you, KKK was created by a goddamn fake-ass Jew. Nobody wanted to believe it. Now people are researching going, oh, shit. Oh, shit. They still have some in there. Lying with a fake identity. The fake Jew in New York, when the brothers in Europe and the Caribs and Boston were getting the scat on, you know, back in the 80s, right? Who you think created White Front? He's a goddamn Ashkenaz. Do I got to pull a picture of him, his name up? He's a fucking fake-ass Jew. But y'all want to sit here in these dumbass Peckerwoods who are really uneducated, who are the remnants of the Cabbage Patch children with a fake talking about they native. I said, look up the motherfucking Indian land allotments. They ain't got to be Cherokee. You tried to say the Pequot. The original people are nothing but brothers and sisters, natives. What are you going to say about that? There's a book on them. The Narragansett set. And regardless of the ones who are talking hype, talking about a Barron Strait Bridge and all that other goofy shit, all right? Ignore them dumb niggas. The original Cree. Why don't you go ask your great-grandparents if they allowed the truth? Tell me the truth. Get in their face and tell them because you don't give a fuck. You've been raised on a lie and you accepted the goddamn lie. Here I attempt to bring everybody as far as the nationality together, and you motherfuckers still running. Y'all make up not even 1% of the motherfucking population and talking tough. You got goofy half-blood Mexicans, this, that, and other, talking reckless, not knowing the truth of our existence and who the fuck we are, that we outnumber every fucking body still. Now, yeah, we got them little dumb niggas in Texas, young, little, goofy, big, overgrown motherfuckers. And they got their ass handed to them as it should be. Hopefully they woke the fuck up. And maybe they got a little more sense. Maybe they ate too much soy and shit and all them other chemicals, and they want to react to that. And they'll just get dead because they stupid. Louisiana got a bunch of retards fucking running around out there in Mississippi. You got all the Peckerwoods out there. Majority of them ain't even been there since the goddamn 60s. And they talking about racism and how when Louisiana wasn't even that way. So what the fuck is you niggas doing, you punk niggas over there in Mississippi? With these dumbass, goofy, racist motherfuckers. Carolina, I don't want to hear from y'all's worthless asses. And Georgia, use a sack of... They should put you out there, not even put you in the damn fields for the betterment of soil. They need to take your asses and throw you in the swamp. They 54 you. 64 you, 182 you. I don't give a fuck what they do with you. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah, we're not Moors, man. Don't come in here with that bullshit, brother. But we respect that. And we know that we're the aficionados, but when you don't know the whole dichotomy of Moors, except for but intruders and fake motherfuckers been teaching you, then you hold on to that. People have a hard time discerning some truths. Moors that have nothing to do with the fake out of Spain bullshit and nothing. It was a branch of seafarers that had nothing to do with anything that's out here based on Tartary. Okay? All right, they've taken that like Master fucking Farad teaching that bullshit. All right? That's bullshit. All right? Don't come over here being disrespectful with that niggerish shit, bro. You be part of the family and tribe up, or you get ghosted. Don't ever come in here with that bullshit. See, I've been to Morocco on several occasions. I served with Moroccans, and they laugh at niggas over here with that shit. And they say they don't know the truth. And I sit there and I don't say shit to you. When I lived in New York, when I lived in Brooklyn, everywhere I've been, they don't come on here with that disrespectful shit, not knowing the truth, because I don't tolerate it. 1622, my motherfucking ass, which actually the 6th century. All right, when they first started between the 3rd and 6th, you take away 1,000 years because the Moorish Science Temple, even they know that fucking much. Don't ever do that. Was substituted with Indian. No, it was not. Indian is a facsimile based on an irrelevance. I even told people, if you went back and watched my videos, and you would know this before you came on here. If you see, this is when people don't do proper research. We're more than some fake Indians and all these other narratives. Don't come on here with no ace bullshit and Islam created by the Vatican and the very motherfuckers I'm talking about, these goddamn fake Zionists, based on out of the 17th and 18th century. No further than that, which is the 7th and 8th century. I don't want to hear no more. When I was showing people these buildings in the service all around the world, gilded, J728, J516, showing them when these buildings of marvelous structures were built that they've been tearing down through wars and everything else because of people's ignorance. Don't, because I'm a bad word. I used to talk with all them guys, all them big guys you think you follow. And I used to tear their asses up. All right, so I'm not here for that, brother. That's why the UN, you see me coming, they used to be like, oh shit, we got to get out of here. Don't even try it. It's not debatable or argumentable. We don't tolerate, we don't put up with it. We respect those, but don't come pushing that shit, because that's like a nigga with the Bible, right? Sometimes you got to smack them down too. With all due respect, brother. 2 years? I've been doing this all my life. Literally, from being abused for 6 years to 87, when I'm sitting in the libraries, reading everything, traveling the world, been to places you would never fucking imagine. Done seen things you will never see. Been part of things you'll never be part of. Done spoke with and sat with people long dead in their hundreds, in the 80s. So don't come over here with 2 years blood of respect. Don't come in. See, that's that emotional shit. Don't come pushing something when that's not the conversation, nor the makeup, nor did you see Moorish anything for you to believe you can come in here throwing that bullshit. Egypt was a period of time, and nobody knows how long, but it lasted a long time. It was an enslavement of an entire people. Not too long after the fall of Atlantis. And that's not even the real name, Atlantis. Even the pyramids, when people talk about the pyramids, you know what? That's a substructure name. That's not even what they're called. But anyway, back to what I was saying. As I was saying, niggas need to get it together. And that's not how they get it together. 2 years. Niggas need to get it together and stop. And you know, I detest the word niggas, but this is how everybody run around acting like now. They're acting like the most ignorant, and nigga don't even mean ignorance. We've colluded that it could come from the word naga and all these other stuff, which naga is based upon a whole nother interpretation. All right. The problem is, I'm going to use it as we vibe, we create. And I'm going to sit here and say it as it should be said or expressed. Dumb, ignorant ass motherfuckers who are emotionally unstable and can't listen to redirection and have focus. Now, I'm grateful for those who have come, who have taken the time to actually pay attention. Because like I always say, references and sources of information are most important. But then you have these foreign bodies who think they're going to come and disrupt and do this, that, and the other. And it's not how it works. What law? There's only one law. It's called natural law. There is no other law. That means you've incorporated outside ideology. Moroccan Empire. Then go back to Africa. Go back to Morocco, bro. Because you're in the wrong land. Moroccan Empire wasn't even what it is, what's been made out to be. Morocco had everything to do with Tartary. Nothing before, nothing after. What you see now, because I've been over there. See how I said that? So use a foreign entity. You come to try and disrupt some shit with your little worthless ass information, huh? With your small existence of knowledge. See, right now I'm making you very unstable. You're ready to react in a very effeminate way instead of masculine, with a fake alpha and sigma ideology behind it. You are not ready for this platform if you're not willing to sit your ass still and listen. If you think that 2 years of studying something, I wouldn't give a fuck if it was 10, you are not prepared. Okay? I don't want to hear about where it started. Bullshit. Everywhere was everywhere. That's it. One language, one motherfucking existence. And it's been disrupted by a handful of motherfuckers with their fake melancholy selves and the fact that they talk fast and they make absolutely no sense, and yet people still listen to them. because it's their game. Now, I've already showed that the fake Vatican, before its existence, all right, when they took the Mongols, the New Age Mongols, not the original ones, because Genghis Khan was a nigga. I was saying this for longer than anybody. Now people are finding Genghis Khan was black or melanated. I hate them turns, black and all that other shit. All right? I have a friend in Siberia named Din Shi, a very good friend of mine. I had to put on a little weird shit, and I was in sweats and wrestle these big fat motherfuckers. I was a power lifter. Just sit your ass slick while you typing. Why don't you stop the fuck up and listen, nigga, or I'll get you ghosted. You're a very disrespectful little young motherfucker, I can see. He's probably eating a whole lot of chickens and shit. And beef. Worst things for you. Chicken's more toxic than pork, and none of it's our food. I'll show you how misguided and how just what you just stated. Now, how about sit back and fucking listen? Seeing how you got me on this diatribe where you want me to share some information. Because you don't know shit. He used to laugh, didn't she? At the so-called natives over here and everything else. But then I speak to one of his elders and says, yeah, the fake church came here and grabbed up a whole lot of my folks and made them Islam based on the Mohammedan movement, to which Muhammad, by the narrative, was illiterate. Couldn't read nor write, but he knew who we were. And he took to the sword because of what was happening in so-called Europe. Every date has been rewritten. Every damn book rewritten, every painting changed, the buildings and everything, and most of our great monuments destroyed. But here you go with their narrative, their pale-skinned narrative. Master Farad had 42 identities. Do you know why he did? He was no master. His name was not Farad. He was an Ashkenazi based on the motherfucking League of Nations to come here to create a division based off 1930 and to change the narrative created by these fake Ashkenazis, whether in a fake Vatican, because that's no Vatican, no church. Churches were healing centers. They weren't no place for no fake ass religion. They had people dumbed down in the slump of mentality, not exalting themselves and knowing who the fuck they were eternally, but looking outside themselves. You ain't ready for this conversation, youngin'. And you know what? This is all we do. Y'all could have done this. You gone, nigga. Just like that. Goofy. Don't say bot. Don't give that shit energy. Use a dumbass. Buy the fuck out. And you got goofy ass agents really looking on, and they don't know what to make of it. I told y'all to cease and de-exist. I said, leave me alone. I asked and I told you. And yet you stupid motherfuckers here in your fake world of power. And you think it's going to work out all right. And I'm advising you. It's not. Now, not everything I'm going to say because it would fuck people's heads up. So don't get it twisted when you're hearing me. You should know, be able to look at my face. You can't read me, but you think you can. I know everybody around me. These motherfuckers are stupid. So these motherfuckers sit here watching, as they goofy asses are now, and they think they really have a lock on shit. First of all, the UN shouldn't exist. It does only exist because of the Trilateral Commission and a few others, the Phoenix, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to get into all that shit. It's a lot of goofy shit they did, trying to hide themselves, which they didn't. Millions of motherfuckers following them all the time. In the ranks and everything else, and always will be. And then they do all the dumb shit, and they lean on your stupidity. If they were smart, they would stop the little 6G, 5G shit, the little frequency disruptors that affect your fucking DNA because you haven't strengthened your core of resistance. Poison your food, fuck your water, and you don't even know how to come together to change that. You still consider hold on to a job, fake relationships, this, that, and other, with the worst excuses because you will not alleviate yourselves. You will not do what is appropriate for you to do because they have actually kind of fucking won. They have made you a stalemate. Even when you see for yourself. Me watching them little dumb niggas get their ass whooped by the Marines. And them Marines were young too. It was just a fucking delight with that goofy ass sister that snatched the phone. And then the Marines say, hey, you shouldn't do that. That's wrong. And then the niggas getting all jumpy up like there's some bad shit. Well, you got your asses handed to you, Texas. You ain't that bad, is you? Steers and queers, niggas. Stop that I'm tough guy shit. I'm so tired of niggas everywhere running around like they're the toughest motherfuckers. You niggas can't even motherfucking move together. Now we got brothers who have been reaching brothers, but they still pushing black, and they know that they're indigenous. We got my beloved Mark Chopper. Well, Black Rambo's doing his own thing. I don't know. Guns and boxing. We got good brothers out there really putting it in, who are training people to move together, be as one union. Though it's a little glorification and ego, there are solid motherfuckers really wanting people to have the skills. That's why I'm upset Westside. I need him back. We need to be moving together. Now, Rondo, he can come up this weekend. Come up here and we get a little shooting on. Sit down, a little reading and shit. Maybe even do a little Oak and Rondo. If you want to come on up this weekend if you can. All right? Sit down, I don't eat no fucking meat, nigga. So if you're eating meat still, you buy your own fucking meat. Okay? But we can sit down and do these things, man. I would like to see more people wake the fuck up. Come and have a good little time. You know what I'm saying? Bring some tents and shit. Go camping in the snow or whatever the fuck. But no, everybody's just stuck. Niggas haven't freed themselves. That's why I know you're not grounding yourself. I know you haven't changed your diet. I know you're not doing the best to filter your water. I know you're not looking at things mentally and with different direction. I know you're still holding yourself a prisoner of a mentality that existed in a fraudulent existence, and yet you won't free yourself from that because it still locked you in. It still got you bound down, but you also have this epiphany that you're worried about what you may see. Nigga, every day you open your eyes, you're seeing something different, but you're not worried about that. Someone say he's just a fast talker. You think I don't know what the fuck I'm saying? I got some pale-skinned brothers and sisters who are sitting there. I hate saying that. Some less melanated, but melanated. Yo, man, I'll be all with it. And he's not ageist. I'm like, yeah, well, first let me get some things clear, but you definitely in. Because I know these motherfuckers. I know what they really about. They'd probably be harder on you, too. Talking about, what the fuck is you doing? Because they see the importance. And it's relevant. Why to y'all it's not relevant? Now, some of you got some mental issues too, and you need to fucking come clear about it so we can correct them things. Or you have to deal with the irresponsibility of your actions. Think I'm playing? Fuck around and find out. Damn, I want some more of this. No, people really do be drinking 2 and 3 glasses. I'm afraid to. It still has some caffeine in it. I don't like sugars and caffeines and all that shit, y'all. My body don't like it. I don't like it. I never really did. I remember getting donuts and being like, can they just, and then I found donuts that weren't sweet, and it was like eating cake without the whole sweetness. And people were like, you really like that? Well, I need some fruit. So I went to the pastry school in Brooklyn. I learned how to make it. I started making cakes without sugar, putting blueberries, strawberries, peaches, plums, raisins. And Mom was like, damn, this shit is good. Yeah, no sugar. They're like, well, what the? I'm like, yeah, with like 5 different ingredients. Now you get the shit and you got a motherfucking whole goddamn a monumental, you got a thesaurus, a Webster's dick. You got an encyclopedia information just to make a motherfucking donut. And then everything got soybean oil and nobody's saying when shit didn't have soybean oil. And that's already been cleared, yet these motherfuckers do it regardless. But you don't want to see who owns Fry. You don't want to see who owns Sprouts. Food Line, Pathmark, all the motherfuckers that own all these motherfucking food joints, man. All right? And on. There's a whole plethora of them, okay? Kroger's. These goddamn fake-ass motherfuckers. How did it come? We were the biggest suppliers of fruits and vegetables and farms to where these motherfuckers that control like the music, the copyright. Now you got these old weird-ass, old-ass motherfucking so-called fake-ass rappers who are from the 90s majority. When it was about putting the music out there, but the radio stations, because you got this motherfucker like Wolfman Jack, all these little fake ass Jews, all these motherfuckers that allow themselves, and then you got Red Alert and all them come along, and they're right in the bed with the white parties and everything else. Why? When the niggas gonna wake up and realize this and stop going and giving Gucci and all this other shit, and let these dumb young niggas that have given themselves over to that, let them go. I got Native Americans that'll tell you Indian motherfuckers, not all of you, but they know a lot of you are now, all you motherfuckers. That you're the original motherfuckers, they know it. They don't give a fuck about what their family and their other people got to say. They're like Kira Mill and them who know, but they know that some of them are part of our motherfucking existence here. See, that's the problem. One world, everybody talk one, and we all mitigated. We were everywhere. Everyone everywhere. But y'all have a hard time accepting that. That's when I talk about Tardy. I haven't really gotten deep into teaching it because I'm listening to all the other niggas talk about something they really don't know nothing to fuck about. Other than these fake ass governments, I might be your last resource about the truth of Tartary. Oh, somebody hit me up yesterday. I'm gonna let you know we're like $235 away from it. That's exactly what I looked at when I was looking at the board. I wanted to say to our beloved brother, because I added those 6-7 books, and one of them was like 125, and the other one's like, it is just what the fuck it is, all right? So I want to say this, all right? I wasn't gonna say I'm Mikey Cox, appreciate that, beloved. He hit us off with a 5, boom, boom. So 5-0. So that's beloved. So I had to say with the numbers, so I know people are like, well, how much are we weighing? You shouldn't worry about that. I'm gonna order the fucking books. I ordered, what was it? I said 18, 19 books yesterday. I have to go look again. Then I actually laying up in the bed last night when I woke up. I thought I had to pee, and it was a dream. I was with somebody. We just got through love making, and it was weird because the world looked different. It was like an oasis of grass and beautiful fucking radiant colors, like some goddamn, what's that vampire movie, like laying in the grass shit anyway, right? And I thought I had to pee. Well, I just got to, and it was real, and I had to get up and shake the shit off, and like, whoa, that's going too far into the dream, right? And I went ahead and ordered another book. I ordered, I don't know if I should tell y'all. I saw it on Reddit. Okay. Hold on. I gotta type. I'm not gonna go and look through which card. I'm not gonna look. I'm not gonna scroll. I'm not in front of you. I'm just gonna type it in. No, that's not it. See, this is, well, maybe I should have scrolled over. So now this is a 4.5 star book. Now I got it because I wanted to read it to you. There's a lot of things on there, how to read people, blah, 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 right? So because I was actually trained up when I was studying Krav Maga and my Jewish uncles in Red Hook, Brooklyn, I went to them, and I can't see what they did, and they're Vietnam veterans. But they can read your ass. And that's why I tell you, there's motherfuckers out here who can read your ass. They was teaching me, because it's part of my walk, how to not be readable. And yet to be readable and to throw people off. But sometimes you got to be careful. Okay? I sun gaze for more reasons than what you can even understand. And we'll get into that. Okay? But this book was like $18, $19. And it's called How to Read People Like a Book. So I really want to read this to you. I went ahead and ordered it, okay, last night, and I'm really thinking about ordering another one. No, well, y'all be like, nah, it's in the cart. Okay. When I say it's in the cart, trust me, it's in the cart. So I'm gonna hold it up. It's in the cart. It's right there. I just had to pull it up. Let me bring it down to the. I had to go to the cart. Okay. Now let me pull it over here. Now Kindle's only $4.99, and we're not gonna do the verbal, but this is collected works of Khalil Gibran. Okay. And we're going to leave it at that. You know, when it talks about love, this, that, and the other, social issues, human concerns, tragedy and power of love, and what love is possible. What I just find there are a lot of brothers and sisters who of the Islamic faith who are not tyrants and capitulate to this obscured ideology and narrative that paints a worthless picture, but whose voice heard over or writings I believe could be an element for certain individuals, not all, obviously, that can elevate. And I want you to know, to be the picturesque of something, I believe love is the most influential embodiment of anything. It makes people, we have a generation that's love's not even involved with sex. We have a system of piety and falsitudes by these vile creatures out of California and New York, and Denver, Oregon, and Washington, and DC, who have equated sex and love as separation, which creates more of a deviation and a defiance to not exist and have the harmonic balance of love. All right, and I can say this 1,000 different ways. It's not what's required or needed. And without knowing what love is, you can further indoctrinate and incorporate and bring in more destruction and chaos. And because love is removed, it is detached. So when you say God and country, don't you mean love and people? Where all the land, isn't it earth? So I'm thinking about ordering that because I've read some based on the PDF. It was smart how he did his PDF. It's like you gotta buy the book. What's that? Smokey Robinson is over this soil, and many years ago on the PBS special, well, he was a good friend of mine in East Orange and our family. He was doing a spoken word where he attempted to separate from the African narrative, yet the black still in. Oh no, he was a good friend of mine. I knew his daughter. East Orange, New Jersey, Washington Street. He had a house right down around the corner when I used to patrol the streets as a guardian angel. When I first got involved with the guardian angels, going back and forth before I went into the military, like dead serious. You know, he had a little place over there. We used to hang out over there and everything. Smokey was a cool motherfucker. You hear me? And a couple other musicians that dealt with him. What book is that from? See, Moses. What book is it from? It's Collected Works of Khalil Gibran. You can look into that yourself. But here, let me hold it up for you, beloved. Okay. And as far as it's good and evil, to crime and punishment, from happiness to sorrow, to life and death. The thing is, there are many books that can reach people to have a clearer understanding of love, because the majority of people have no clear understanding. So what do? We look for the puzzle pieces, right? And I believe me reading this, and I have a few other books that we can bring this together. Even Maiden's Tale, which I actually ordered, I ordered Handmaid's Tale, the original one, based on, I guess, what, the 1900, you know, what, anyway, you're going to look it up. And I need you to know what I've been reading is for you to have a look at the earth you live on, so you can imagine and create again. It's important. And you could seek deeper inside yourself to awaken not just a sleeping giant, but unleash that release yourself from that purgatory and unleash the true havoc. You can speak and make anything you want. But see, the thing is, in that 6 foot they had you separating, do you know at 6 feet, when you come together, your molecular structures, based on your aurora, you combine. You actually attract to each other, even in the worst of way. And most people, because they're unstable and it's ideological, like the guy talking that goofy Moore stuff, right? They don't know that energy, when you're walking in a crowd, you can feel everybody. It's like that fake Superman hearing the voices. Which one do I go to? You literally, unawareingly and unknowingly, because you haven't been nurtured, sometimes you feel uneasy. Well, there's somebody bad going to do something bad today, tomorrow, whatever, and you just can't register because you can't make it out. People know that when I go out to shop, I detest being around a lot of people. I have people literally call me. There's not that many people. I go. They say, why is that? Because I can hear everybody. I feel them. I can hear them. Hearing is not words. It's you. Just listen, bro. Y'all just do the things I'm asking you to do. I'm not saying it's going to work for everybody, but damn it, it's going to work for a lot of you. What was that? Yeah, what was that? God damn it. Khalil Gibran book. What's your cash app? Yeah, Snoop, just put it, don't hide stuff like that. He's asking a legit question, unless that's a bot. All right? Thank you. Don't ever do that. Put the cash app in there, hon. Or Rondo, one of y'all. So anyway, I'll advise y'all to take a look at that. Now there's a few more that he has that goes in line with it. And I'm looking at The Art of War, which is because I actually have some of y'all remember me reading The Art of War. I said I didn't want to do that because you don't need to have there's no artistic anything to war. War is just war. War is war. Okay. And it's based on warlike aspirations to conquer of self, not outside. And see, we'll get into that somewhere down the road. Okay. I don't want to throw y'all off. I need y'all to be focused. Okay. Somebody said, why is it that you have that book and you won't read it? The Egyptian Book of the Dead. Because I want you to be alive. And the Egyptian Book of the Dead was never about death. It was about living. It was about eternal and living forever. And most people have been told things based on people's ideology to sleep. When you have the eye going to the pineal, the universe is where? Within the eye of the beholder, right? For its love. And chaos is a step away. What people do is they have misinterpreted and given you a directive based on movies and reinterpretation, because everything upside down is inverted and everything backwards is reversed. People want you to self-destroy because you're that important. And if you think that I don't know what I'm talking about, then you haven't really been listening. I don't care about the ergodynamics of the fools who have become before you. And there's people who are saying the same thing as I am. You just need to find them out. I don't need to search them out. I know exactly what I'm talking about. If that's the case, they wouldn't have had to have people murdering and lynching you, creating the fake land rights of the original people, not the Mongolians. They don't have no land rights. That's why they gave them desert, trailer parks and shit. And then a bunch of peckerwoods sit there and assimilate it based on our warring and efforts and destruction, based on these Ashkenazi fake Zionists who sit here, who created that. And when I said you want to know the relationship between the Jew and the Negro, you don't hear that about the whites and the blacks and the Russians or anybody else, do you? No, because you are the original people. You are the righteous people. You are the creators and inventors and inspirers. Culture, whenever one of these little mongrels come talking about what's your culture, nigga, you doing it, you dress like us, you're sagging pants, you're wearing Nikes, Adidas, and Pumas, you da-da-da-da-da-da, and we can go on and on and on. Rock and roll country, you think you're doing something, but people putting on long ass pointed cowboy boots, not even know how we're the ones that influence all the motherfucking Machiavellis. And I can go on and on and on. It wasn't hard, it wasn't good enough to show that we created the first engines. Oh, so the big talk is Tucker. All he did was took all the stuff because, we worked with him on those tracks. Did y'all watch the movie? See, this is what I'm talking about. People only want to accept the narrative painted by the very enemies that are subjugating you right now, instead of looking outside and seeing the people who actually have created everything. Look how they're blocking and hiding me right now. Because they're cowards. But they do it. They make the mistake of their own. Somebody said, are you going to read this? Of course. So when we come back, we're going to read them other 3 books, and we're going to read a little bit more of Pale Horse. I'm staying focused. Not no 2 and 3 and 4 times a day. That's why I'm being here a little longer. Because the hypocrisy is real. Okay? We have people who are emotionally unsounded. Now we have this one idiot that keeps coming in and going out. Like, you can still stay subscribed and go out and do your report and your little regalia, you little punk ass. You know, you don't have to be a coward. I appreciate the new subscribers. It's these weak links, these things that really think they've got it locked down, that think this is some kind of gambit of a game, only to them. Perpetuous, they are. And they're not being told the true stories of all this land and the things that those that they have seen. I'm going to leave that right there. I also listen to myself when I'm talking, because sometimes I can get ahead. I would advise some of you to do that as well. All right. So who all came in so I can say hi? Yeah, wandering prophet, you wandered the hell off this page. Bye. Oh, what's going on, beloved? I'm baby girl Slaughter. What's up, mama? You can add it to the patch. You don't get it twisted. No, T. Hines, what's up, beloved? There go my baby girl, Snoo. Hey, y'all. Marcus Williams, what's going on? Internet freezing up. Oh, I hate when this starts. Not on this side, right? We're good over here, right? Let me know. Yo, Mike Cox, you all right? Yo, appreciate it, beloved. Marcus Williams, that's what's on. Yeah, Danny Farrell, my boy back in New York. I brought him to Jersey a few times. My cousin, yeah, that's my cousin right there. Hey, Evelyn Smiley, American Nature, what's happening, beloved? What's happening? Tiana's already got your Max V, number love. He wasn't even arguing. He was just talking some dumb, retarded shit. Like that was supposed to. And some will say, "Well, didn't that get you? That didn't get me off of nothing." I told you, if you speak your mind, I'll respond. But he kept going, so I knew it was something. It was just stupidity. That's all it was. That's why I says, bye. Use a goof. He's a goof. No, in fact, it's true. One Angel wasn't everywhere. Yeah, yeah. yeah, Tians, whatever they want to call them, bots, whatever the fuck, nose pickers, whatever. Oh no, I wasn't getting an energy. No, see, there's a difference between a scholar, a teacher, and a prophet or a prophetess. I'm none of those. He was just a weak link, a missing link. Y'all needed to see that. Evelyn, I think I need to appreciate it. Yes. Thank you, baby girl. There's the Cashapp. My Max B smoking rums. Yeah, I told you, man, good for back home, man. That's what book is that? You got to see, Moses. Good to see you too, beloved. Grand, yeah, the Robinsons. Grand Rondo, you already know, beloved. What's cracking? What's going on? What's going on, Fab? Yeah, we have to get you on Oak to come up this way. Go Oak, you can pick them up. There's a few others that's down there. Come on up, man. Hit the weekend. Everybody crash out. Motherfucker, look at the tube, whatever. Kitchen open. And I got to mop the floors. This cat with this damn, the kitty litter running around. I'm trying to teach him how to clean it off on the mat. But he come out that goddamn thing because it's in clays. He take off like a bat out of hell, man. And he start running to get the shit off. Anyway, that's my little bro. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? Just order that. Khalil, get on book. What's your cash app? I already hit you, beloved. I probably won't ring off because, like I said, I'm not going to turn the phone on until next week. I might turn it on. I don't know. I sometimes I don't even want to see notifications, all that, even though I get notifications. But like if I'm on Instagram and I'm on Facebook, you guys come over there and y'all can hit me on the messengers and you can call me and we can video chat or whatever. I do that with a lot of people. The TikTok, I put it up and I take it down. I haven't deactivated the account, but I'm thinking about it because I told y'all, as I expressed yesterday, somebody says that every time you take it up and put it down, they upload a virus or something. So it did act funny when I took it down yesterday, but I just cleansed it out and I don't really care. That's on them. It's not my loss. Trust me. I did not hide anything. What are you talking about, baby? Somebody said you hide something? Nobody said you hide anything. I don't see a cash app reply. Can you type again? Oh, okay, you got it. Critical thinking. Right. We're gonna turn it on because we got Sharon. No, they got Messenger. I like to physically watch people when I talk. I like to see people, and you know that, Snow. I love it. Me talk, seeing you is like, I get all kind of like, because Anyway, I ain't gonna say there's nobody's business. Yeah, I'm a big romantic and shit, and other than the fact that I love to see people. In person is better, but to see people is a more gratuitous form of respect. So yeah, that's kind of chatting I like to do. Some people have this thing about how they look. Like, get beyond that, nigga. You look like that when you wake up, and you look like that when you go to sleep. And I mean, if you look like that motherfucker from the Goonies, I can't do nothing about that. I mean, if you want to put your hands in plastic surgery, I'm more proud to you. I ain't gonna hate you. Equator 7, what's going on? 11, you already know. You already know. But anyway, right? Like, yeah, I like to converse with people. I like to see them, even though it's over this platform. It's still something. You dig what I'm saying? Even my so-called, besides the extended family, my so-called immediate family, right? When I chat, I don't like talking over the phone. Hit me up. I want to see you. I want to look at your eyes. I want to have that conversation. I want it to be a mutual agreement that when you're conveying with me, I'm reading. I have to. It's just natural, actually. All right. So it's part of who I am. I'm reading you. And I know, I can tell. It's just a wonderful thing. And that's the beautiful thing. You know what I mean? No. See, Moses, got you, beloved. Appreciate that. Once you get to, I turn the notifications off over here for most things. Appreciate that, beloved. But like I said, no, I'd rather have the phone turned off anyway. If they want to do that, that's on them. It doesn't bother me one bit, because it used to be when they would just like, you don't make phone calls, but you get SMS, you get this, that, another. See, this is them attempting to have more and more control. The problem is when you need to have control and you have little minions believe they're having that same control, that shows they have no control. You need to be reminded of that. You need to remember that they have no control. You give them the control. When they say something before or whether they've done it already, you give it thought. So when you give it thought, what happens? Like, y'all going to research the fight in Texas with the Marines. That's a form of energy I gave off. Even though I expressed to you and told you that they deserve their ass whooping, but if you're not going to do something to better the situation in your neighborhood or if you live in Texas, there's no reason for you to have to go and look it up. It doesn't have to be verbatim. The reality is what happened as stated. Now, if it's different based upon the so-called system of courts, you get yourself involved. That is what you predicate yourself upon. You dig what I'm saying? Energy is real. That's how they've been able to manipulate and change and mess with the conscience. They throw something out there, and because you're in turmoil and unconsciously in chaos, you run right to it because it is indicative to what you've become. Out of order. There's only one law, and it is order. Order means that law is established. That means everything is mitigated to run as purposely founded or developed or created. All the lives they've created have error. Does that sound with purpose? That is to what? Subconsciously remove order to create dilemma. Neil deGrasse Tyson is an agent of chaos. The science guy. Before that, he was lucrative and always said, test it for yourself. But when he went away and came back, agent of chaos. Netanyahu, Zionist, agent of chaos. All these people within this government that y'all say is your government, they're Zionists, agents of chaos, war, lurking. They have been telling you since 50s and 60s that Iran would be the coup d'etat agents of chaos. Turkey, our people who are fighting and working with beside our people, the government agents of chaos decided not to stand and help them other than contractors. And Erdogan, as you see him now, standing with what? Agents of chaos. They are all in some form or another working together. And you give it energy because the moment it's mentioned, you have to look into it. Therefore, the mind predicates something, and your focus is literally giving energy to something the majority are doing already, which you don't need to do. And they've already fabricated and made it existence because they're dumb. See, like the idiot coming over here, blopping off about Moors, I didn't give it no energy. I was doing smacking him upside his goofy head, her head, whatever the fuck. Because that's what they want to do. They want to use those little trivial little bullshits that mean nothing. I don't even think or feel it at all. Meaningless. Who the fuck is this? Hold on. Yeah, all right. Whatever, bro. And people always want to think they know something and they don't know shit. I don't care. I don't care about the little world where people think they know everything. It doesn't mean nothing. But because people keep making things mean something, well, that's their own battle. It has no order. There's no law. It's lawless. I don't establish law or order. I've been a part of chaos, so that means I've fed it, right? Haven't you? How do you stop feeding it? Well, seek more order in your lives that you're supposed to be living, to which you haven't really lived. Then you start establishing some order and you start seeing things differently. Sometimes you get full of things. Sometimes you kind of go back and you believe and look at the possibilities of old, but sometimes you got to let that go. You have to keep moving forward. You dig what I'm saying? You can stay in chaos. You can stay without order. You can believe that you know everything you need to know, which is surprisingly funny. And there's more than enough. Or you continue to give it energy. All the chaos. You know, when I came on and I was pointing these things out, I says, I know people are going to see this and it's going to be a big laughing thing. It's going to be this. Some people, they go, ha, ha, ha. It's not because it's funny, because it makes them comfortable. That's a lie. Ha, ha, ha. Smiley, this, that, and the other at something that's ridiculous. Make that make sense? See, when you become a student, you become very serious about the predicament and the situation that you're in, you start to see things different. And so you need to perform a little different. You can't take a motor that's running on ethanol, right? Ethanol. And put ethanol free. You can't sit there and pour oil into the gas tank and gas into the car. I mean, you just can't do it. Right? It doesn't work. So what makes people think that giving energy into things that are out of order, and not just contextually, but as we live, is going to make it okay? We can't laugh away a real problem. All right. We manifest and change ourselves and we perform differently and we see things differently. We don't make excuses and run about because we stand with something. Sometimes we think we know everything and we don't know shit. Email me your number when you get a minute. All right. I thought you had it, but I will. And the thing is, people have a hard time dealing with the contingency of it all. I don't want to sit there and say that's, it shouldn't happen. I can't tell people, like I said, we have choices. I can't make you do anything. Everybody has a choice. But I can surmise on certain things. I can speak on a certain thing. You can choose to listen or hear me or not. What's really in how do you say it, in your heart? What's your gut feeling? What's your intuitiveness? based on us? How do you really feel? I don't want to give that energy. I want you, I would love, fuck what I want. I need for you to actually look at things logistically. We'll use that term for that. What's the benefit on one hand? What's the downfall on the other? What, you know what I'm saying? Like, is there a benefit out of it? Can anything be ascertained out of something you don't know nothing about? Or you might know something about, but you have never deployed it, instilled it in your life or really walked in it. I mean, how many people are willing to be honest about those things? That is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Love is the fucking answer, no matter how you look at it. But it's not just the love. It's what you do with it and how you utilize it. Because we can take love, and as you know, the life you live right now is perverse. How do you know that love is perverse? Well, I gave an example. Most of these children today are having sex and babies, and it's not out of love. Copulation should be beyond the scope of the emotion and feeling. I mean, the feeling behind it. The emotion should be something that is steeped further than just the feeling. It should be the electricity. It should be the light. It should be the existence. It should have no words but sounds and vibrations and frequencies, because numbers are colors and they are also frequency. Otherwise, they wouldn't be using 440 right now. Or if you paint your room red and black, you become more opulent to violence. This is a reality. Blue and green, mauve, opaque. And I'm not talking pale. I'm talking about, the Brickz color, almost a brownish, light tannish, yellowish kind of, you know what I'm saying? Or how they say Midwestern, like pea green, but not in the sea of like vomit, but like with the very masked over light blues, pastel like, and orange, yellowish, blue haze of the sun, or even the adaptation of what we call the aurora borealis. Aurora borealis. What does that allude to? Your physical existence along with the earth. You getting me? Greater 7. I mean, I hope I'm saying more than just a mouthful. I really believe in this stuff. No, I don't believe in it. Either you know or you don't know. So you've been paying attention? Anyway, let me get off of here. I appreciate the donations that have come in. Let's keep it going. Like I gave you the number, okay? So, yeah, I know. I don't write the books or publish them, nor do I put these worthless prices on them to mitigate people to be broke or not. We're not broke. We're rich beyond the whole imagination of the system they've created, the corruption, order, or chaos, right? We establish order within. Just the fact that people are realizing that they don't really have to eat. It's the minerals to which they're missing, to which they have robbed out people of, unless you're a deep cave diver and you're going to dig a hole 1,000 miles down. I mean, well, not 1,000, but, quarter of a mile down to get to the mineralized water that's drinkable that they cannot pervert. But you won't come together to better yourself, to learn how to walk, to meditate in union, to increase. And that's what they fear. But yet you'll do exactly what they want. Chaos seems to rule for right now. I'm not giving it energy. I am only speaking, not on Hap's chance, but the reality. Tell me chaos doesn't exist in your world. Prove it to me. I'll wait. I was about to sign up, but I'll wait. Prove to me chaos does not exist in your world. In thought, how you manifest your morning, as you move, whether going to work, the studio, shop, even to open the door of your vehicle. Show me where chaos doesn't exist. I don't want to hear about when you sit in the toilet, because the moment you go in the bathroom, you like get it out. But the moment you sit down, all the thoughts processes of yesterday and the enmities of what may be hit you. Prove to me chaos doesn't exist. Now, could you imagine a world, an earth, a place where those things don't exist? You give energy to the most undistilled, heavy mercury, lead laden, chemically hit places, and that's in your whole existence. You lower your, I have many different ways of calling it. You allowed your body to stress, to become combatant with itself, and you feed it more energy because it takes precedence over your thought. Your gut cannot even ascertain it to register to your head to stop. Your heart becomes coiled and stressed and palpitates and beats with all the poisons and intoxications, and yet you are at war and can't even come together to fight against the war placed upon you. So please, somebody, tell me capiche? Well, I love y'all. And that, I mean, there's no particular certain kind of love. As brothers and sisters, as family. Okay? Appreciate y'all. We're going to keep pushing forward. And we'll be back about 4:30, 5 o'clock, and we'll read. Give it a good thought. Hey, Tara Payne, what's going on, hon? Australia's in the house. Good to see you. Thanks for the donations. Like I said, I got to do the math, but it was $200 and something away. I think it's 100 and something now, but yeah. And then we can get all the rest of them books in. And yes, I ordered 18 or 19 of the books, and then I ordered the one last night. So I guess that would, and then the other one I'm thinking about ordering. I'm going to send my boy the number, but I'm not going to turn the phone on. I'm so done with it all. If it's that important with the little monkeys, see, they believe you paying this fiat to which they keep printing out, because that's how they control you. That has no gold and silver standard. It's not even about the gold and silver standard. Let me say this. That's another form of control. They make you believe that gold and silver is what it's all about. There shouldn't be no payment at all. Everything about old fake history about we bartered in salt and everything else is pure horse poppycock. As my boy in English used to say, "Oh, poppycock." I used to crack up when his uncle would say that. I'm like, and we be getting drunk. We be down like 12 stories underneath, and somewhere in England, right? Having a good time, drinking down there where they used to do in World War II, keep all the onions and taters and all that, and maters and all that. We keep it like a cooler. And we down there partying where the Beatles hung out, and it doesn't matter if it's Liverpool, wherever I was at, right? Bisbee, whatever. And the older guys, the uncles back then, in their 40s and 50s were cool, man. When I was in the military, they'd be like, "Oh, poppycock." When we be talking about something, I'm like, "Yo," and you have to be able to carry yourself, because them guys get up and box with you. And it's no hate. They'll bust your lip and still have a pint with you. Man, it's just crazy. So anyway, a poppycock. That's what we're going to call it. We ain't going to say bull cocky or horse cocky. We're going to say poppycock. Traveling in the world is a beautiful place if you've got to see certain parts of it, and you can pull from those. I tell people all the time, Saturnina, Christmas, or whatever when they call it, there are the moments when the tree is beautiful with the lights. It robs you, but you don't have to. And the gifts for the children. You don't have to give a fictional character. You don't have to see. That's the problem. Fantasies create energy for fantasies when you can say, "No, baby, we're going to go out and we're going to buy you this. We're going to set it up, and we're not going to celebrate this day, but you can do it any time of the year." It's how it's used to rob a people, because then when you find out the truth, you express it to people, which they always have since the 60s. Most people just ignored it, and they've subjugated children to further feed energy to something that didn't exist, to make something plausible, to make it in existence. But to have those moments of pull from the good times and the beauty of it as a remembrance, most people can't even remember that stuff. And it's always the negation that's negated based on the negative output of, I was married to this woman for 20 years. We had all this wonderful time and it's gone because so-and-so cheated or this, or I did this or that and other. And how did those things aspire? How did they happen? Because of the negative energy coming out where order is supposed to be established never allows for anything to last. Did you get that? If you have a whole bunch of stuff you consider order, not really, but it's a stippy of everything that's going on, which is really chaotic. And then you find the beauty in certain things that is pragmatic to your existence. Yet, in those things which are based on lies, conscripted by an enemy, by which your ancestors never partook of. Yet now, here it is in these relationships where everything seems like it's well off and you've got money. Most of those people are rich, never even stay together longer than a damn week or two, right? So it's not money. You're not comfortable. It's all a lie. It's more stuff to give energy to, but you can't even remember the simple things that you found to be beauty, to be the answer to create or to separate from this vacuum that robs everybody and these false relationships and everything else. Yet we hold on, giving more energy to the chaotic ideology and narratives painted by the enemy, when sometimes we have to say no more. Sometimes silently, because not every other party is aware of what you are becoming more aware of. Energy displaced is energy wasted and utilized against you. Energy in those same fields that is placed is also energy used against you. Those things have no order. But if you can find the beauty in that and remember it and take that and don't build upon it, but allow it to be where it is, to compartmentalize it and never think about all the negative, because when you think about the negative, boy, the pot boileth over. You jumping out that pot right into the goddamn fire because there's nothing but kindle around. So you know the frogs that leap out don't leap far enough. They usually fall in the fire because they're half cooked. A lot of you are half cooked. You don't even know it. Am I making any sense? Well, anyway, let me go ahead and get off of here. I appreciate y'all. Cash App's up. Hit Max V and send him my little phone number and stuff. Y'all who love me on Facebook, on Instagram, you can call me at any time. We can chat. Unless I'm doing something, I'll be like, can you call me back, or can I call you back in an hour or whatever? Yes. Live stream, usually I'm thinking about Sunday. Saturday or Sunday. I'll let you guys know. Yeah. So I want to attempt to keep that going. We'll see. I don't make no promises and stuff like that, but I would like to do that. So plenty of things I want to discuss. Didn't even talk about it. Only brought up not even like 10% of the things I wanted to ask people questions, because I liked how it was just organic and natural. And it was about asking questions too. So yeah. All right. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off here. It's number appreciation, number love, and respect, Tribe all day. Tribe is not just a word. Have y'all looked at what the etymology of the word tribe is? Really look at it. Really look at it. And don't stop there. Look at all the other terminologies of what it means. All right. Number appreciation, my beloved sisters in love, and my brothers is 201. And we'll see y'all here at about 4:35 o'clock. All right. Max V, I'll get that to you in a minute, bro.